Good morning and cheers. It is 7 a.m. very early here in Muscat, and we just woke up for the sunrise. The sunrise is already gone because they didn't let us in to the rooftop. Also, I think it was a little bit too cloudy. Well, but there is some little pink sky coming through right above the mountains. So we're leaving Muscat today. We're traveling to Nizwa by bus, so it's going to be exciting, I think. Welcome to the second episode of my Oman Travel series, in which we try to navigate public transportation system and travel to Nizwa, historic town located amongst the mountains in northern Oman, known for its old fort and incredible souk. So we've been in Oman for 5 days now, and I thought that it's about time for me to share with you my thoughts on what is it like to travel Oman as female travelers. Do we feel safe here? Is it something that I would recommend to other travelers? Oh, it's heavy. Thank you so much. We need to take the cab to the bus station, which is a couple kilometers away, and then we're taking a direct bus to Nizwa, which is supposed to take about 3 hours. Getting the tickets was super easy. We just showed up half an hour before the bus departure and bought the tickets. We didn't have to book anything in advance since there were still plenty of spots. And if you're interested, I will link the website that we use to check bus schedule in video's description. I'm gonna show you my bus snack, which I will eat before I get on the bus because it's so good. This is what it looks like. It's called zatar, and it's a bread with cheese and spices. I got it at my favorite place in Muscat, Lulu's hypermarket. Also, we're sitting at this waiting room for women. There is a separate waiting area for men and women. The women one is not very big, as you can see. There are literally 3 chairs in here. But bus is here. So we're leaving Muscat. I feel like I have to whisper because it's so quiet on this bus. There are about 10 people here. So not that many, it's a big bus. But I guess traveling by public transportation is not really a thing here in Oman. It is a very nice modern bus though. The ride is gonna be 3 hours, as I said, and it cost us only 2 riyal. Just for comparison, the taxi ride from our hotel to the bus station, which was about 5-10 minutes tops, was 6. So it's much more expensive to travel by taxi in Muscat than it is to take a bus for 3 hours outside of the city. Nizwa is located about 150 kilometers from Muscat, and just the drive itself is already quite an experience. You're driving through mountains and small villages, and the landscape is very dry, but at the same time I find it really beautiful. And I would say that overall it's a very comfortable driving experience, since roads and highways in Oman are really good and not very crowded at all. So it really is the perfect place for road trips. So we made it to Nizwa, and we're walking over to our hotel now. It's about 1 kilometer away, so not too far. This is what I look like with all my stuff on me. I have 2 backpacks. I've never traveled with 2 backpacks, but now I'm gonna travel for probably a couple of months, so I needed more stuff. We made it to the place where we're staying in Nizwa, and it is a very traditional house. Okay, let me show you around. You come in here, and this is our room. Basically just have 2 beds here. And yeah, this is it. Definitely very different to where we stayed in Muscat. And then there is upstairs like a terrace or... First thing we're gonna do is food. We're very hungry, or I'm very hungry. I'm like close to starvation at this point. But first impression of Nizwa is that it kind of looks like a fairy tale Arabic town. very different to Muscat. Ah. Nieźle, co? Jest vibe. Ale widok. Okay, just look at this. I am impressed already. Oh, funny pigeons. This is what we've got. We have some bread here, hummus, and I have vegetable curry. And this is, co to się nazywało? Hizak? Czy hijak? Hiras. Good morning. It is the next day and we're looking for a place where we can have some breakfast and coffee, and I think we found it. We're trying this place. Okay, we officially found a very good place. Look at this view. How nice is that? Our breakfast is coming. So this is what we ordered. Let me show you in the sun. It's traditional Omani bread with, I have mine with cheese inside, and Marta has her with egg and cheese. So that Omani bread was so good that we decided to order more. I got a sweet one now with Nutella. And we also moved places, so now we're sitting on the street so we can people watch. So the plan now is to walk around the old town and explore. The first place we're gonna explore will be the Soque. Apparently the Soque here is supposed to be even better than the one we saw in Muscat. So the expectations are high because the one in Muscat was already pretty good. So in case you didn't know, souk means marketplace in Arabic, and the souk in Nizwa really was very impressive. It was divided into different sections. So basically you had a section dedicated to food, fruits and vegetables, and there was a whole part dedicated to pottery and even to dates, where you can try all kinds of different types of dates and products made out of it. Nizwa is also known as the best place in Oman to buy silver, so there are also a lot of shops selling goods made out of silver, like jewelry, etc. We want to try halva, which is like a very traditional dessert here, and we're both a bit confused because I always thought that halva is white and very like, I don't know, hard, but the way it looks here, I'm gonna show you. It looks like a jelly. Okay, so I'm trying Omani halva for the first time or second time. I'm not sure, we might have had it before at the Dukan cafe when we had breakfast. It's very nice. It's sweet, but it's not too sweet. And it does have like this very like jelly consistency. Just look at this. This is honestly, it feels like we're in a different world. Also, one thing that I think makes it even more special is the fact that so many people here wear their traditional clothing. So it makes it even more like interesting to look at and different for us. So we're doing another break, another coffee break at this very cool coffee shop that we found yesterday. Ooh, look at the view. The palm trees. I love palm trees. So we spent the afternoon just wandering around the streets of Nizwa and taking it all in. It's the middle of the day, and as you can probably tell, the town is super quiet because what they do here is that they usually open coffee shops, markets, whatever, in the morning, and then they close in the middle of the day, and then they reopen again in the evening when it gets cooler. We stayed right in the heart of Old Town, and everything you see right now is the Old Town of Nizwa. So Nizwa is a city with a population of about 70,000. So there is a whole new and modern part of the city located outside of the Old Town, but I would definitely very highly recommend you to stay in the Old Town if you come here, because as you can see, it's so charming and you really feel like you have been transported back in time when you're here. We decided to come back to our rooftop to figure out what we're doing tomorrow. We came to Nizwa only for 2 nights to have like 1 full day here. I think it is enough because it is a small town. The population is about 70,000 people. And beside the old town, there's not that awfully a lot to do here. So tomorrow we're moving on, we're going somewhere else, or we're coming back to the exact same place where we just left to, aka Muscat. We're not gonna be only in Muscat, don't worry, but okay, I'm not gonna get into it now. I will explain to you later why we made this decision. So there are two more activities that we're considering doing here. One is the fort, probably the #1 attraction here, which we might actually not do because there is a viewpoint located about 1.5 kilometers from here or 2 kilometers from here. I'm not really sure what it is. I guess it's like a little hike, and it's called Nice View, so I guess there is a nice view there. I mean, I don't know. I don't really know. But I think we're gonna do that instead. The sun is setting down here around 5 p.m. So we don't really have that many hours of sunlight left. So we do have to choose what we prefer doing. And we're both more game on doing the hike. So we left the old town behind and now we're walking through some residential areas on the way to the possible hike or viewpoint. We'll see what it is. And I have a couple of observations about Omani houses that I would like to share with you. Here is observation #1. Look at the doors. They have really beautiful doors to their houses here. The second observation is that the houses seem to be very big to me, and they all have really big tall walls, so you can't see much of what's happening inside. So I'm assuming that privacy is really important here. So unfortunately our mission of finding the viewpoint slash hike failed miserably. We did not find it, but we did have a very nice walk around this neighborhood. And now we're gonna eat this place that looks very local. So we'll see. The place where we ate yesterday was quite touristy, I think. So it's gonna be nice to try something else. The restaurant is closed. They open in 40 minutes. So I'm gonna try to get myself some sugarcane juice. Sugarcane juice is very popular in China and Asia in general. But I've actually never had it before, so. Hi, can I have sugarcane juice? Yes, thank you. Okay, so this is a big moment for me. I'm trying sugarcane juice for the very first time in my life. It's very sweet. It's too sweet for me. It tastes weird. I didn't expect it to taste like this. It's very like, it's almost milky in a way. They did not add anything to it. He just used this machine and he like made the juice out of it. So we've been in Oman for 5 days now, and I thought that it's about time for me to share with you my thoughts on what is it like to travel Oman as female travelers. Do we feel safe here? Is it something that I would recommend to other travelers? And my answer would be yes. So far, it's been absolutely amazing. Oman is incredible country. I absolutely love it here. We haven't had any bad experiences at all, and we feel more comfortable here than we actually expected we would. To be honest, I didn't necessarily know what to expect. I think it's important to emphasize that I have absolutely no experience of traveling Middle East. The only place I've been to in the region is Qatar. Obviously, there are some people who would think that maybe traveling Oman as female travelers without men is not a best idea, or traveling not necessarily Oman but just anywhere in the Middle East. But to be honest, I really don't see why you wouldn't do it. People here are so nice, and I just want to say that I'm really not the one to say that about people everywhere. People are not nice everywhere to tourists. In many places people are tired of tourists, people are annoyed at tourists, and it's certainly not the case here. And I think in Oman you can really tell that there are not many visitors here, not that many visitors here yet, because they are so nice. Like, we had so many situations where people would just help us. So overall, my first impression of traveling Oman as a female tourist is there's really just nothing bad to say about it. It's very positive, and if you are a female tourist who wants to come here, I don't think that there's like anything really that you should be concerned about. I think, yeah, of course you should be careful as you are everywhere, but I don't think that traveling Oman is more difficult as a female tourist than it is to travel Asia or Europe or anywhere else really. As I told you, the place where we ate yesterday was very nice, but I think it was a bit touristy, or it was very touristy. So today we came to a place that looks way more local. It definitely does feel more local. There are a lot of people pulling up and ordering takeaway. The problem is that I'm not sure what I actually ordered. So we'll see what we'll get. Got the food. We have hummus, rice, and this is apparently vegetable and none. Okay, let me judge that. So the plan is to leave Nizwa tomorrow. We're actually going back to Muscat. We changed our plans a bit, but I will tell you more about it in my next vlog. Anyways, my overall impression of Nizwa is I 100% recommend it. If you're already in Muscat, it's quite close, and with a car it's like 1.5 hours apparently, so it's 100% worth visiting because it is very different to Muscat. We still have about 5 more days in Oman, so there are many more videos coming, and if you haven't seen my Muscat vlog, I will link it up here, and I will hopefully see you soon.